Okay, today I am going to start PHP from the scratch. So first, uh, before we are diving into the lesson, first you must know uh, how to install the PHP. PHP is nothing but a server-side programming language. So here, when you when you uh, run the PHP, we need a server. Okay, okay, the server we will you have any idea about that XAMPP? It may be the XAMPP or MAMP or ECPHP or XAMPP, MAMP, ECPHP and WAMP. Okay, so if you go to that respective website, you just copy this and put into here, click on it, it take you to that particular website. This is XAMPP. Okay, when you work with the MAMP, okay, when you work with the MAMP, okay, what MAMP, yeah, this also you will be able to work. This is a map. Okay, this is more popular in India. There are many companies are connected using the map. Okay, so another one is a ECPHP. Okay, this is also the famous. While you work with the PHP, ECPHP. Okay, so after that another one is a map, the WAMP. This is also the popular. Okay, so this WAMP server. This also. Okay, you can select one of out of this. Okay, so now today I'm going to teach how to download the XAMPP. Okay, XAMPP. So go to that site XAMPP, download, click download. Now we have to select the corresponding operating system. So if you have a Mac OS, you can go along with the Mac one. If you have a Linux, you go along with the Linux. Okay, you have to select the corresponding operating system. What is the operation you have? So my current, I have a currently operating system which is a XAMPP. So I'm go along with the XAMPP. So so I'm going to go to download the version. This is the current version. Which is the current version 8 point. This is the current version. This is the current version. Okay. So now I'm going to go to download this. Let's down. Click it download. Okay. You have to wait until the downloaded process is completed. Okay. Go to inside the XAMPP. Go to HE docs. Here where you have create your applications. Okay, so now I'm going to go to create the application. I'm going to go to create the application. Okay, file new. So don't we no need to create here. You have to put it here as one folder. This name is PHP projects. Okay, okay. So go inside the PHP project folder. Type cmd command and code space dot to open the command prompt window. Okay, now here I'm going to create the project name which is index.php. Okay, when you create the index.php file, you can see the icon should be changed as a PHP logo. That's why that VS Code editor is more popular editor in the world. What's the language you are working on it? That icon also change the change according to the language. Okay, so now when you write the PHP, you have to start with the code here. write like this. Okay, PHP, you can write like this. Starting tag, closing tag must be like this. This is the starting tag, this is the closing tag. Okay, when you print any application, you have to, in Java you have to write system.out.println. In PHP you have to write echo, you can write hello world. In programming terms, when you write anything else as a name or any text words, you can write as a within the double quotation marks. Okay, that is a theory of the program. Okay, now let's save all. Let's save all. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that application. So outrun it. What the project is running here. Okay, first you have to must it is running successfully. Now you can write it's a localhost 480. Wait. What to do is, so you have created the project which name is index.php. We return successfully. Now when you are run on the project, how to run the project, you have to go to your browser, type localhost means your current machine, okay, that is a localhost. Okay, it's meaning of localhost slash you have to mention localhost. So when you mention localhost, it automatically indicate the path of the XAMPP server htdocs. It point of the path of the inside the htdoc. Inside the htdoc, you are working on which folder. There are various folders inside that htdoc. So I am working on the PHP projects folder. You have this name, just copy this and provide the URL here. Localhost PHP projects. Now you will be able to see the hello world. Okay, that's the thing you have to fix. Now, now I'm going to teach another things, how to add two numbers. Okay, before add two numbers, we have to declare two numbers. So, okay, when you work with the numbers, you remove the double quotation mark. Okay, simply you have to put 3. What happened the output? Save all. Bring back to the applications. 3 has been printed. Okay, 3 has been printed. Now 3 plus 3, 2, 3. Answer will be 6. Okay, understand? This is how we can work with the numbers. Now I'm moving to the variables. Variables are nothing but a memory location. They are store the value in the memory. Okay, so imagine if this is called as x, which is a variable name. This is a 10 mean value. In PHP, we don't need to specify any data types. There are no data types at all in PHP. Okay, in PHP. The language, if you take about the Java or C# or other program language, the data type must. Okay, so here in PHP, we don't have any data type to use. Okay, so when you implement the variable name, you can use it the $sign before that. Okay, then only it works. Okay, so just copy this and paste on it. This is the variable name. Okay, variable name. Okay, this is the value, variable name and value. Okay, understand? Now I'm going to print echo
What x? What is the answer? Ten will be the answer. Okay, 10 will be the answer. Okay, now I'm going to calculate two numbers. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare two numbers. So how to do declare two numbers? X equal 10, y equal 5. So I want to get the total. So echo x plus y. Okay, control S to save, bring back to the application. Total has been calculated as 15. Total has been calculated as 15. Okay. Again, x10, y5 total as calculated has been 50. Okay. So if you want to look at the output in different ways, so I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to using the operators, arithmetic, logic, arithmetic operators. When you look at the arithmetic operators, plus, if it is a minus, you can use the minus. So here in between that two, I'm going to put it as a break. So you can write it here, the double quotation mark with break. Okay, so let's look at the output. 5 has been. Okay, after that, again I'm going to do the multiplication. Let's look at the output. What would be the output will be? Okay, what would be the output will be? Okay, multiplication 10 into 5, 50 will be the answer. Division 10 divided by 5, 2 will be the answer. Okay, okay, okay. That's a formula of, that's a formula. Okay, that's a simple way to do the program. Understand? I hope you have understand this one clearly. Okay, right. Now what I'm going to do is we have done the work successfully so far. Uh, do you want to practice? Okay, now I'm going to do the commands. Okay, how to work with the commands? Commands which we use to describe the program, which we are using to describe the programming. This is a single line command. Okay, this when you are writing something else, when you are writing the coding something else, imagine you are going to add two numbers. So this code for adding two numbers. So that is a describe me. Okay, so when you are once you done the programming, uh, imagine 2 or 3 months pass, you don't know what you write, but why you write, you don't know. So if you are write the code along with the command, whenever you are going through the go through the code, you are something your colleagues or your, when you work with the company friends, so they must understand what you are returning. Okay, by the command. Command are very useful for describing the program. Okay, so now I'm going to implement the command. So single line command mean you can write like this, single line. Okay, if it's a double multi-line command, you have to implement like this. Okay, yes, a multi-line command. Inside here you can describe. Okay, this is the purpose of command. Okay, okay, this is the purpose of command. Now I'm going to do the simple exercises. Okay, so I'm going to write a command. So multi-line command, because this is a one project. I'm going to do the project. So what you are going to do is I'm going to write a multi-line command. So what is the project is input student marks of 3 subjects calculate and display the total as well as average and grade. Okay, when you calculate the grade, must follow the following conditions. So if the average greater than 50, you awarded as pass, otherwise fail. Okay, this is simple question. Based on the question you can write the program. So first you can read twice. Input student marks of 3 subjects. So I'm going to get 3 subjects. So first subject max. Okay, 70. Take the example of 70. So whatever. Second subject science 60. Third subject English 60. Okay, so we declare the 3 subjects. Okay, is there any problem? No. Now let's calculate them. So when you calculate them, we can implement the new variable tot equal max plus science plus English. Okay, so these 3 values are assigned to this particular variable, so we have to assign those here. Of these 3 things are added and assigned to the total variable. After that, when you calculate and display the total into the total variable. Okay, after that what you are going to do is I'm going to do that. After get the total, again we have to calculate the average as well. So how to calculate the average? Simple. We can implement the variable average. We have to create the variable average. Total divided into number of subjects. There are 3 subjects available, so we have divide by 3. If we have 4 subjects, we have divide by 4. More than that, you have to divide the total number of subjects. Okay, how many subjects are available, you have to divide by the number of subjects. Here in this example we have 3 subjects, so we have divide by 3. Okay, we have divide by according to the subject you have. Okay, right, now done. Now what I'm going to do is we have done the total as well as average. Now I want to calculate the grading system, so I'm going to write if average greater than 50, this is our condition. The average is greater than 50 awarded as pass, otherwise fail. So if the average is greater than 50, here here write we can declare the variable uh, grade pass, otherwise fail. Okay, if the average is greater than 50, grade is pass, otherwise fail. Okay, so if and else, wow, this is the conditions. Okay, so if this condition is true, execute this block of code. If the condition is fails, go to the else part and execute this block of the code. Okay, okay, that's how we have works. Now we save and execute the program, nothing would be printed, so we have to print it. So print, so how to write the print? You can write echo. You can write first one within the double quotation mark. You can write, this is called as a concatenate operator. Okay, your total is dot, what is the total? This dot. What is the meaning of concatenate operators mean? You can along with the variable, along with the text. Okay, you can total you can get along with the text. Total is. Okay, so after that I want to get the average as well. So this copy and paste it over here. In between total and average we need a gap. It's called as a break. So BR. Okay, so this copy and paste it over here. Average is this average, or this break. After that, copy this and paste it over here below. The grade is called as grade. This grade. Okay, so your total is, average is, grade is. Okay, if the average is greater than 50, awarded as pass, grade will be pass, otherwise fail. Okay, let's save all and bring back to the application, check what would be the output will be. Here you can see this out. Okay, in between here we need a space. Without a space it's not a good. Yeah, it's good. Here. Okay, so if you want to show them okay, so you can show them this one. B break bolt kids bolt. Okay, so it's you can inside the PHP you will be able to pass the HTML tag as well. Use it along with the two double quotation mark. Okay, otherwise you can't write. Okay, so this all the tags you can replace it above as well.
Okay.
It's a good example. Okay. Now I am going to teach the variable types. We can see the types. So let's all things I am going to copy this, put into one notepad. Now what you're going to do is I'm going to remove this. Now we have a variable a equal 5. It's known as integer. B equal SMIT, which known as text. Okay. C equal 12 plus 5. It's known as float. Okay, pointing values. So now we can identify the values. So you have to use the type as var dump. Okay, var dump. We can write this variable. You have to put this variable. Okay, so let's execute it.
So 5.
Int 5, it's also based on int. Okay, so here I'm going to go to copy this, just over here, B C. Let's execute and check it. I can see the output as the code. Now here echo, we need a space in between them, break. Now let's see the output. This output we get it. Okay, this output it has been generated. Haritha, what is the value? Okay, that's how we can get the values. Okay, understand? Okay, now another important thing is the casting. Okay, so what is the meaning of casting is these peoples are integers, these peoples are string category, these people are based on the float category. So I need to these people convert into integer type. Okay, so integer type, something like that. Okay, so what we are going to do is we have to do like this. We have to do the casting part. The casting is little bit complicated. Okay, that's the thing. If it is a Java also we have to do it, that one. So in the PHP it is very rare to do the things. Okay, in PHP. So I want to cast this variable into integer string. How to cast this is the integer variable. I need to cast as a string. So how to cast it? So first you have to declaring the variable type a. Okay, so after that equal string. can cast it. After that, you write this A over here. Okay, you can over here. Now let's check out the A. String. Okay, it's meaning of cast. Okay, this is meaning of a cast. So what is the purpose we are using loop is, so imagine you want to print 1 to 10. Okay, so how do you print echo 1, echo 2, echo 3? That is not a professional way to implement. Okay, so you you can write 1 to 10. It is possible. Imagine you have to someone tell you to print 1 to 1000. It is possible. Very difficult to write. So that kind of a purpose we have to implement the loops. So loops we have divided by 4. First one is a for loop, while loop, do while, after that for each. Okay, for each. Okay, so now the first loop, we are look at the for loop. For loop, it divided by 3 things. First one is a initial value, second one is a condition, third one is a increment or decrement. Okay, initial value mean value we are going to start. It's starting 0. Okay, the initial value must be 0. You can make it 1 or 2, whatever. The starting point where your value is going to start. It's starting from the 0 position. After that, second, you have to consider about the condition. Okay, the condition is work until which value? 10. So there's a condition. Okay, it is work once the condition is false. Only true, only it works. Okay, after that increment. First time it's go and check 0, coming and print 0. Second time it's it will be here. It will be checked whether the 10 is greater than 1. It works. It is keep on printing once the condition is failed. Okay, so let's execute and check it. So you having any doubts, you will be okay. It is working until 10. Why? Greater than equal 10 mean 10 also it's printing. If it is get rid of the equal sign, only it print until 9. Okay. So first time 0 is printed. Okay, first time. Second time it's coming here. 0 is printed. Second time it's coming here. What's the condition? What here? Increment by 1. So 1 less than 10. Condition is true. After that, again he incremented 2. Again coming here and check 2 is greater than less than 10. 2 is less than 10. Condition must be true. After that, again check 3 less than 10 or not, condition is true. It keep on printing until the value greater than 10. It will be condition is false. It is print of the values and exit the loop. Clear now that? Okay. When you write the while loop, it's not for loop. We are getting done by one line. Okay, so when you implement the while loop, so how to write it? First you have to start the initial value, the first line. Value is starting from 1. This 1 put into this variable I. After that, second line we have to write as a condition. Okay. So for loop we have to use the keyword for. When you are writing the while loop, you have to write the keyword while. Here we have to implement the condition. I less than or equal to 10. Okay. After that, we have to print the value. After that, we have to increment. Okay, this is the formula. We have to write the same output, but you have to use in the different way. Okay, you can go the same one. First you have to look at the condition. First time it's print 1. Okay, so this one I am starting from 1. If you want to start with the 0, you have to put the initial value 0. It's 0. Okay, it's less than equal. Okay, if it is remove it, what happened? It has been print until 9. Okay, so it's the initial value. This is a condition. Here we can print the value. After that we can put the break. So each and every incremented we have to go to the next line. Okay, otherwise the same line it has been printed. Rather than print as the same line, we have to go to the next line. We have to put it to the break tag. Okay, it's referred as the next line. Okay, you have to try out this example.